There we go. Oh, so our conversation at the beginning, like just our nonchalant, like happy, funny conversation, just kind of got me thinking about like conversations that light me up and help me to like live a happier, joyful life and getting to know all of you better. I would love to like know like what kind of conversations light you up. If anyone wants to share.
I'll go. Oh, Shayna, are you gonna go? You're off
No,
mute.
go ahead.
I love conversations about people in general. You know, what lights them up, what they're passionate about. You know, yes. You know, what gets them excited. I love talking to my kids about their day. My 16-year-old, when I pick her up, she'll do like a play-by-play of like what happened in each class. And I love that. Yeah, so talking to my kids about what they're interested in, you know, all those kinds of things. I love those kinds of conversations. Anything that someone's passionate about. I love hearing about other people's passion.
Yeah, I can get on board with that.
I totally agree. My favorite question to ask people I don't know, as a way to sort of start the conversation, or the kind of conversation that lights me up, is if you had nothing to prove to anyone, including yourself, and you knew you could not fail, what would you do?
I love that so much. I ask a similar question when I like you said, like run into strangers and you don't really, you're just trying to start conversation, right? And I actually was in the middle of writing a post about this the other day and I haven't finished it, but a lot of times like I ask about their passion, like I ask like what lights them up, what are you passionate about? And a lot of times I run into people and they're like, I don't know. Oh God, that just hurts my heart. Like where, like, I don't know, like my thought is like, where do we lose sight of that? And I don't know, it's just, dang. Yeah. Beck, what lights you up, girlfriend?
Well, I had to run and go get my cup that I made myself because I am all about the soul conversations, right? Like going to everything that everyone is sharing, right? To me, those are soul conversations. It's a deeper knowing of conversation. And I love the thought of like, what is something you ask someone that you're kind of like wanting to get to know on another level? Because my go-to question, like when someone friend requests you or you friend request someone and you want to start a conversation, and I was like, oh, hey, thanks for the request or the friendship, you know, then I ask, you know, I love to get to know people on a deeper level. And I want to know, like, what are your 3 favorite characteristics about yourself? Because that tells me more about who they are instead of, you know, only saying I'm a mom, I have kids, you know, I work this job. Like, I want to know their heart's desires or what they feel or think about themselves, because that really gives me some insight on the person, the human, the soul that they are, and where their thought process is. So the 3 favorite characteristics about yourself is like my first go-to when I'm getting to know someone.
I love that. Yeah. I'm sitting here like as you're saying that, like thinking about what my 3 favorites are about myself, and I know it's always like harder to like brag about yourself, right? So I don't know. That's a good question too. Foxy says fear takes over and we get stuck in the day to day. And if she wouldn't fail, she would be a Broadway star. Ooh, fun. Is that something that you've always like taken an interest in? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, since I was like 5. Mm.
Wow, that's so cool. I am similar, and if I couldn't fail, I would be a singer. I would totally rock the country, like country music world. Yeah. All right. Anyone else have any additional thoughts?
I love that that you're sharing what you would do. The only thing that comes to mind for me is like I would travel with my kids. Like I would go and do whatever we wanted and teach my kids through life experiences. You know, it's funny that we're talking about cows and that's like a big funny thing right now because my children are actually at a dairy farm learning about what it takes to contribute to a farm, a dairy farm. They're in it right now. So you know, having that experience, learning lessons in daily life is what I would be doing with them if I couldn't fail, which I fail daily, but you know, we keep going. So that is what was coming to mind for me. That's what I would do. I would travel and do the things.
Love that. I think life is like the best teacher and will always be the best teacher. Like life and all of its fantastic experiences and not so fantastic experiences, because that's how we grow, right? All
That's
right.
right.
I
We're
like
at
to think of it
1:00.
often as a playground. And then like
Ah,
I get through periods where it's like, I just want to be on the swing set all the time. And then at times it's like, no, it's a slide day.
It's
that's
just
a fun
I like that.
thought.
Yeah, that's good.
Aw, yeah, that is good. I love that. All right, we're at the top of the hour. So well, Beck, you have an hour right now, right? Turn it over to you, sister.